The girl only ate a candy given by her best friend. When she woke up, she found that their bodies had swapped. Her best friend had stolen her identity as a top painter. The girl had become her best friend, who suffered from albinism. She desperately tried to prove her true identity, but her best friend pretended to be stabbed by her. Her family therefore sent her to a mental asylum, thinking she had schizophrenia. This left the girl tortured by electric shocks, in agony. Yet her parents and boyfriend looked at her as if she were a monster. Her best friend even wore a triumphant smile of having succeeded in her plot. However, at that moment, the girl suddenly calmed down. She realized that while her best friend could take her body, she could never take her soul. So she picked up a paintbrush and decided to avenge herself using her talent as a genius painter. But her best friend refused to let her go. She bribed the nurses to torment her every day. The girl could no longer bear it. She flew into a rage and beat the nurse severely. To her surprise, everyone's gaze toward her changed. Even the other mental patients trembled at the sight of her. At that moment, the girl realized that her identity as a mental patient could be useful. She resolved to become a villain from then on, but she knew her best friend would never give up. Sure enough, one day a nurse suddenly grabbed her, intending to inject her with a drug that would cause memory loss. Fortunately, the girl had been alert. She seized the opportunity when the nurse was off guard, snatched the syringe, and injected all the drug into the nurse. The nurse was instantly terrified. She begged the girl to spare her. The girl took the chance to subdue her, and ordered her to lure her best friend to the mental asylum. Her best friend thought the girl had lost her memory. She walked up and mocked her, saying she would rot and die in the mental asylum for the rest of her life. But then the girl suddenly grabbed a bucket of paint and poured it all over her. She then grabbed her best friend by the hair and beat her repeatedly. Her best friend panicked and tried to beg the nurse for help, but the nurse pretended not to see and locked them in the room directly. She told the man that the girl was having a heart-to-heart talk with her best friend. It was not until the man heard something was wrong inside that he couldn't help but break down the door. By then, however, her best friend had been forced to eat half a bucket of paint and was screaming in terror that the girl was crazy. Her boyfriend immediately took her best friend for treatment. Little did they know this was only the interest on the revenge the girl was collecting. The next day, as the girl was thinking about how to escape the mental asylum, she saw a mental patient snatch a chicken leg from another female patient. The girl stepped forward at once, subdued the attacker, and returned the chicken leg to the female patient. To her surprise, the female patient took out the key to the mental asylum's gate from the chicken leg. She then turned around and helped the girl escape from the mental asylum. The girl was astonished. It was not until the female patient took her to her home that the girl learned the woman was actually the richest woman in the country. She had been living in the mental asylum to hide from someone. Feeling a strong connection with the girl, the richest woman adopted her as her younger sister. She also let her use a new identity to take revenge without holding back. Her best friend, completely unaware of all this, was holding an art exhibition using the girl's identity as a painter. She was also proudly showing off the engagement ring her boyfriend had given her to her peers. However, at that moment, the girl arrived at the scene, dressed in an elegant gown.